The Tao of Self-Confidence, Episode 63. Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of successful women finding their inner journey to self-confidence 5 days a week. Subscribe to our newsletter by visiting thetaoofselfconfidence.com. Well, hello, friend. Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of amazing women who have discovered their inner journey to self-confidence. I'm your host today, Sheena Yap Chan. And today I have a special lady on for today's episode. You know, she's always everywhere in the States. I'm not really sure where she is. Sometimes I have to play Where's Waldo to see which state she's in. But I mean, it's the life that her and her husband has chosen, right? I call them travel-preneurs because, you know, they travel around America, sometimes outside of America, and still can create an income where they can do the things that they love. So without further ado, she's actually currently in Maine, and her name is Kristin Maack. Kristin, how are you doing today? Maybe you can fill in a little bit more about yourself to the listeners.
Yeah, hi, I'm doing great. I'm excited to be on here with you. My husband and I have been building various businesses online now for a couple years, and we have created a lifestyle that allows us to travel while we run our businesses online.
That's awesome. Isn't that always great, you know, building a business and having a life at the same time? I mean, the internet is such a phenomenal place.
It is, and there's so much opportunity out there on the internet. I'm just constantly amazed by what you can find to do to live a lifestyle that you're comfortable with.
Yeah, that is for sure, you know, especially to somebody who's listening to this, you know, if you think there's no chances out there for you, there's limitless chances, you know, especially on the internet where it's so, it really caters to a lifestyle that you want. So thanks for sharing that, Kristin. And what's your cultural background?
My cultural background, well, I've grown up in the U.S. I was raised in Minnesota. My grandparents came over from Germany and Norway. But when I think about my background and my history, the thing that stands out the most to me is that I was raised in a family of all women. I have 3 older sisters and a mother who were all successful. And when I think about my history, I think about them. And they were just always people who encouraged me to be independent and just very much let me know that I can do whatever I want to do in life.
That is awesome. You know, sometimes when we surround ourselves with other women, you know, it's usually either they tell us to do what we're told to do, right? Go to school, get a job, get married, and never rock the boat. Or we have someone like your family who just encourages you to go out there and do amazing things. So, you know, it's pretty amazing. And what would be your favorite self-confidence quote?
My favorite quote comes from Dr. Seuss, and it is, "Be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind."
I love that. You know, Dr. Seuss always has some words of wisdom when we least expect it. And, you know, it's true, right? When people love us, it doesn't matter what we say, right? Because they love us for who they are. So thanks for sharing that. And what would be your definition of self-confidence?
It would be, you know, being comfortable in your own skin, being comfortable with your voice, and not letting the perceptions of other people define who you are. And I think that last part too, I mean, oftentimes people worry about what other people think of them, and they will put themselves into this box according to what they feel like they're supposed to be in life, or they'll let people define who they are. And just really figuring out who you are and being confident in who you are.
Awesome. I love that definition. And it's true, right? I mean, we live in the world where we have to worry about what other people think of us. We have to please other people, even if it's people we don't even want to please. And, you know, that can really hurt us, especially as women. You know, we're such emotional beings that sometimes that can drain us. It can be really draining, and it doesn't help us sometimes, because then we start second guessing our own decisions, you know, if we can trust ourselves. And that's where the problem of low self-esteem and low self-confidence comes in, because we're too dependent on other people. So, you know, thanks for sharing that. And, you know, what was your life like before your discovery of self-confidence?
I would say that I used to be a very self-conscious person. I often felt like it was difficult to express my own voice, my thoughts, my feelings, and just really my perspective on what was going on around me. I also think that I was somebody who tended to hide behind others. I often wanted somebody to be there with me when I would do new things. It was hard for me to try something new on my own. I was always somebody who, I would take action to get done what I needed to do in life, but I wasn't doing those actions with confidence.
Thanks for sharing that. And, what was that realization or aha moment when you realized, you are capable of doing amazing things? You have enough confidence to do whatever you want. You don't have to be with someone to try something new, that you can go out there and just do it on your own.
Yeah, I think it was when I finally got myself around other people who had really big dreams and really big goals. I always, when I thought about who I wanted to be in life, a career never popped into my head when I thought about what I wanted to do in life. I always just pictured myself as somebody who would travel and somebody who was constantly experiencing new things in life, switching things up in life. But I just didn't have any confidence behind that. And my husband started looking into ways to build a business online, and that in itself made me feel very confident. But in May of 2013, the two of us actually went to Thailand, and we were part of a group of people who were doing a reality show about how to build a business online. And it was there when I was actually around other people who were living the lifestyle that I wanted to live, that I had this aha moment. Because I was surrounded by people who were my age and who were younger than me and doing all the things that I ever wanted to do in life. And it just really made me realize that I can do this. And I was no different than they were. They just had confidence behind all of the actions that they were taking in life.
Wow. Do you think we could still see some of those episodes of that reality show?
Yeah, they are on YouTube. It's called the AWOL series, AWOL series.
Awesome. We'll have to check that out. And it's true, right? I mean, I always believe what's possible in the world is possible for you. And especially when you see someone younger, right? You're like, really, if this person can do it, I'm pretty sure I can do it, right? And it has nothing to do with ego. It's all about the possibilities, right? And I'm sure you felt the same way when you saw these people who were your age or younger, being able to travel, right, to places like Thailand and just be able to live life and earn an income at the same time. So, after that realization, what was your life like after that?
I knew that I could confidently go in the direction of my dreams, and I didn't need to worry about outside scrutiny. I think one thing that has been wonderful about building a business online is that it really forces you to open yourself up, and it really forces you to expose your vulnerabilities and just to get over that, because you are going to have people give you negative comments, and you are going to have people that are going to question what you're doing and, say that it's not possible. And it doesn't matter. You just have to learn to put them on the side. Those are the people that don't matter in life. And you just keep on going and you keep on reinventing yourself regardless of what others think about you.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And Kristin, to the woman who's listening to your episode, maybe she's inspired to also live a life well-traveled. And, she just doesn't have that confidence in her yet to do it. What would be that one tip you would give to her?
I would tell her to never stop working on confidence. It's something you're always going to have to work on, and to constantly do new things that are going to test your limits and push you out of your comfort zone. And I would also tell her to listen to this podcast, because I think one thing that is so awesome about this podcast is that you have so many different women from so many different backgrounds talking about their confidence. And these aren't really long podcasts. So if somebody gets up in the morning, they could simply listen to this while they're working out, getting ready. And it's a great little confidence boost right away in your day.
Well, thank you for sharing that. And yes, I the purpose of this podcast was to help the woman out there, who's suffering. And, with so many backgrounds, with so many women from all over the world, it's just amazing. Even I get inspired every time I listen to it. And it's so funny because I really want to create a platform just for women. And I get so many men asking me to do an interview with them. It's like, I'm really sorry, but it's for women. I just feel like as women, we need something that's just for us, right? Mm-hmm. And, because I just have this big vision to help women out there just break out of their voice. So thanks for sharing that. And Kristin, if our listeners wanted to connect with you, wanted to learn a little bit more of what you do and how you're able to live the life that you can. You'll travel around, America and outside. Is there any links or social media profiles that we can connect with?
I think the best way to connect with me would to be on either Facebook or Instagram. So Facebook is just my name. And on Instagram, I go by Globetrotting Duo. And that would be a great way to see where I've all been traveling to.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And to the listeners, if you want to connect with Kristin, just head on over to the taoofselfconfidence.com and search for Kristin's name. Her show notes will pop up along with everything else we talked about. And I really just want to thank Kristin for sharing her journey with us and, taking the time to, just give you guys some nuggets on how you can live your own life. So, Kristin, thank you so much.
Thank you, Sheena.
To the listeners out there, be on the lookout for another new episode of another amazing woman's journey to self-confidence. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Thank you for listening to another amazing episode of the Tao of Self-Confidence. Check out our resources to help you jumpstart your inner journey to self-confidence by visiting thetaoofselfconfidence.com.